What's good, everybody? My name is Corey. This is Views, and we are here today to talk about and totally trash Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Listen, I wasn't around when this thing was written, but when it was being put together, I imagine it kind of went like this. Take my seat. You look like you may have been in the game. Like, you look like one of the characters that was in the game. Were you in the first movie? Well, yes, I was in the first one. But I died, so I'm kind of just hanging out on set now. Well, listen, that's no problem. That's no problem at all. Hey, writer. Yes, sir. We have a guy who was in the game. We also need this guy to be written into this second movie. So let's make that happen, right? Well, sir, we don't really have a place for him in the script. And we also don't really have money in the budget to make his character, like, really done well. So, I don't know. No, not really feeling your response here. Listen, if this movie is going to be better than the first, then it needs to be bigger than the first. Then we need to have more characters from the game. We need all the characters in the movie. Put him in the movie. Make it happen. Well, if you insist, I guess we could make him walk around with Liu Kang and maybe get him a glass of water if he needs to. That's something. Now you're using your noodle, son. You're using your noggin. Put him in the movie. We need all the characters from the game in the movie. Do it. All right, I'll get on that. All right, we're getting somewhere now, buddy. It's gonna be a masterpiece. Trust me, believe me. This is gonna be amazing. All the characters. Listen, being all the way real, this is what it felt like watching the movie. Like, they just decided, all the characters, let's just put them in there, and then let's just have them do something, and the fans are gonna eat it up. And we did not eat it up. I remember not liking this when I was a kid, and after forcing myself to sit through it again as an adult, I was like, man, I remember it was bad, but I didn't remember how bad. Let's go through the avalanche of nonsense that I wrote down as I watched this movie. Again, I wasn't there, but I imagine these are some of the crazy, wacky ideas they had as this movie was being made. Let's be faithful to how every character in the game franchise look, except for Shinnok, because people might get confused. So make Shinnok look regular. Let's show as many characters as we can within the first few minutes, and not have them do anything at all. You remember the cybernetic ninjas from the games? Like those ninjas, Cyrax and Skeletor and whoever, Smoke, like all those guys? Let's put them in the movie now. But why? Because they're in the game. Let's do that. Put them in the movie. Let's have Sub-Zero's brother show up and rescue Liu Kang. Will he do anything else? No, but he'll be in the movie. Let's have Mileena and Sonya Blade mud wrestle. Like, they legit had them mud wrestle. And it was even mentioned.
But you do look good in mud.
Jax.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shiva on your screen. She might be on your screen just as long as she's in the actual movie. She shows up in the beginning, she looks intimidating, and you get hyped because you think, man, she looks better than Goro did. So, like, maybe she might have some better moments. No, sir. No, sir. She has no moments. She shows up, like, toward the end of the film to appear on screen and get crushed. Like, that is it. Why would you do such a thing? Why would you do that to that character? Why even put her in there if all she's gonna do is die? Sindel shows up in this movie. She has 2 fights, one of which happens off screen, and she loses. Why wouldn't you show that? Why would you not have the fight? But then you have dialogue that looks and sounds like this.
It's over. You fools. You've been tricked.
The legend. How could you do this to us?
It was so easy.
You will die for this, Jade.
Oh my God. Look at that scene. That scene was horrible in every facet. And it's like, who thought this was good to do and keep and put on a movie? Like, this was not good. It don't even take like real professional eyes to see that this was horrible. Horrible stuff. And since we're talking about bad acting and bad scenes, Jax, ladies and gentlemen, Jax is in this movie. Probably the worst portrayal of Jax, even worse than the first, and he didn't look the part at all in the first one. But man, what are you doing? Like, this dude, not good from start to finish. The CGI monsters at the end were horrible, but the worst part, even worse than the two dark, mushy looking monsters at the end, was this scene with Jax. Look at this, everybody. Look at that man punch that monster. Oh my God. Why would you put this? Why do you think this is good? And that's how he wins? He just hit it on the head? Really? Like, oh my goodness, this is bad. And the first one is not a masterpiece, but it holds up. This, what you have seen in like this movie, this Annihilation film, needs to be annihilated. I don't know who greenlit this. I don't know who was on set and watched the daily, the shots from the day, and they looked at them and like, this is the one we going with. Like, really, my guy? Like, this is the best? Oh, man, this is absolute garbage. I watched this and like several times I just had to pause it and just go do something else because I couldn't. I really could not with this. And I know I'm talking about actors and movie directors and writers and people who are 10 times more talented than me on their worst day. But on this day, y'all put together some trash, some garbage, horrible stuff. I don't know. I might go watch some of the animated stuff. Even if you look online, you might be able to find like the web series version of Mortal Kombat, which was a gritty, realistic take. I think it had Michael Jai White in it and a few more notable actors and actresses in it. That was miles better than what we got here. If you watch a compilation of video game cutscenes, PS3 stuff, it'll probably be better than what you get here. Didn't make sense. Every character knew the plot. How did Nightwolf know anything? Why did he have that paint on his face in the middle of the desert like that? Jade, who pops up out of nowhere, like, how does she know anything about Kitana? How is she in a dream and then in reality? What is going on? She tricked Liu Kang, but did she also trick Nightwolf? Was Nightwolf good or bad? It doesn't matter. He showed up and now he's gone. It's crazy. I had forgot, watching this whole movie, I had forgot that the Sub-Zero brother was in there with the scar on the eye. Like, wait, he did show up and never showed up again. He had like maybe 1 or 2 lines and he was done. That's a big character. Like, you killed my older brother and like, that's it? That you're good now. Like, I don't feel like that's the right way to go about that. Also, Scorpion was back. Or a version of Scorpion. I don't know. They never talk about it. He has one fight, he's done. It's like, get this character in the game, have them do something, and then have them go away. They did Baraka with the knife hands and the big teeth, and it's like, clearly there was no budget for him, but we want him in the movie because he was in the game. So put a rubber mask on a man, throw him out there. Make sure it's a dark scene so, people don't really get a good look at this rubber mask on this guy's face. It's like, dog. Y'all, I'm sure y'all had millions and millions of dollars to do this. And this is what you do. Anyway, I've went on long enough. If you haven't subscribed to the channel so far, please do, to hear me kind of rant on certain movies and just talk about movies, react to trailers, do a little weekly recap show. I try to do everything, all the things. And I know I'm not the best skit person. That's why I don't really do them often. But I feel like my skit was even better than some of this trash that we saw in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I'm very much looking forward to the new Mortal Kombat. Subscribe to see me review that, hopefully in a very happy manner, very hype way, because I'm super excited about everything that we've seen so far. And enjoy yourself, guard your heart, guard your eyes against this type of foolishness, and come back and check out more videos.